Coach number below. Come I guess it was fight.
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I was letting you guys listen to a segment of Jarrell Miller basically spilling his guts, apologizing to Eddie Hearn, stating he's a man, I'm a man, I made mistakes, and I want to come home. You know, look, you can't bash Jarrell Miller forever. And you can't blame him for one. He did a stupid thing. He did something intentionally. Now, in some people's book, yeah, he should have been bashed and banned for a long time. But of course, he knows. I think the punishment was that he missed out on all that fucking money trying to be petty and devious and really vindictive. You know what I mean? And evil, really. You got to throw that in there, because if you did this, and your trainer came out and ratted you out and said, you know what? I told him not to take the shit and he took it anyway. If that's not a guilty, you can't turn that into an elbow injury and you're taking it because of this, no. You're taking it because you wanted an edge, because you was in against a fighter that was undefeated, but he was much higher on the totem pole as you, and you wanted an edge. And it's sad now you taint your professional career with this, because until he fights again clean, we don't know where Jarrell Miller is. So yeah, he fucked up a lot. He did. He intentionally took drugs to win, to give him the confidence mentally and an edge physically. I think a lot of performance enhancing drugs, they are mental as well as physical, because now you have the knowledge of, hey, it's in my system. Now I know and I feel I can do more, versus just, hey, I got this shit in my, I've taken this new thing. Why am I doing this? No, you already know you're doing it. So it's also a mental thing, right? So it builds confidence when you know I'm juiced up. So Jarrell Miller attempted to juice. Okay, whatever. He knows what he did, and Eddie knows what he did, but he still wants to come home, because Jarrell Miller was offered an ESPN deal. He doesn't know where he's going to go right now. But if you're offered an ESPN deal, but you're still putting a deed or a bid in for the Dazn, you know Dazn is home for Jarrell Miller. He knows the type of money that he received, right? Maybe the ink on the paper is different or whatnot. Maybe the guarantee, maybe the professionalism. Something about Dazn he missed. And I know it's definitely about something else he missed, which is that grand opportunity to fight Anthony Joshua. That's like the Canelo of the heavyweight division, people. We need to stop pretending like this guy is not the guy and he's still the guy, and he don't even have any fucking belts. So Jarrell Miller knows that he fucked up. Now, one thing that bothers me about Jarrell Miller, he doesn't just come clean and say, yeah, I just took this and this and that. Right? I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. Right? He didn't come real like that. But he did show that I want to be where I was before I fucked up. And Eddie Hearn was like, yeah, I'll talk. And this is the most positive situation, or the most positive interview that I heard Jarrell Miller say towards Anthony Joshua, simply because he wants to fight him like, Eddie Hearn. Now, yeah, you want to fight him because that's the guy. Everybody wants to fight AJ, okay? And him losing to Andy Ruiz just makes it more possible. Why? Because they won't be such a hard ass on someone that can fight and can knock you out. But yeah, you get paid, but it's not worth leaving your leverage behind. That was the problem. Now it's worth that. Now it's worth taking a stand with that. Anyway, that's a different conversation. However, Jarrell Miller, how that ties into this. Jarrell Miller knew he could have been that dude. And he knows that without a shadow of a doubt. Okay? So he knows that he's made a mistake. And he's putting integrity to the side and throwing up a spirit or an act of humbleness. He's humble now. He's not talking shit to Eddie Hearn and this and that. No, he's just, hey, I fucked up. I want to come home. So it's one of those things, and this is another example of when a person sees a good thing, realize, gets an opportunity, fucks up an opportunity, but still sees a possible opportunity. That's Jarrell Miller, and he knows that he fucked up. So I think with this coming out on IFL TV and Fight Hub and Fight Hype and all these particular known channels, I think he's trying to get back in. He's planting the seeds of coming back to Dazn. And I think he would prefer Dazn over ESPN. If it wasn't the case, he would have already chose ESPN. You see what I'm saying? ESPN is probably the second best and PBC is the third, right? Or maybe even Golden Boy is the third and PBC is the fourth. Sorry, the fourth. So there's no telling on how many offers that he's actually had. But I'll say this with Jarrell Miller, he's an undefeated fighter. He needs to really pay attention on what he puts in his body, which I'm sure he'll do. But I think if he had a choice, he would go back with Dazn, back where he started, because nothing compares to that opportunity that he missed. And that's my take on it. You guys tell me what you think about Jarrell Miller wanting to come home. Will he come home? Can he come home? You guys let me know. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.